Hey guys, with Glast Time out, you guys might be curious where you're going to be grinding going forward. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of like the spots that are going to be the ones that you're going to be going to. Quick disclaimer though, a lot of you will not have the gear for a lot of these mobs just yet. Once divine armaments are out and level 90 gears are out, then that might would give you like a lot more chances. This is also a bit of like a test and kind of like the game pretty much testing how well you've been leveling your PvE or your physical defense, magic defense, ignore feathers. This is where it gets tested, right? So with that said, I'm going to start you off with probably the most common one that people are going to grind, which is Dark Frame. So disclaimer with Dark Frame, it has a lot of HP. Ghost damage will deal reduced damage to shadow monsters, right? So number one is Dark Frame. Again, you don't grind here if you can't kill it fast enough. If you can't kill it fast enough, then you're probably better off grinding at Marionette still, or even if you're like 85 and lower, you probably want to grind at like Nightmare, if not like maybe Kobold still, right? The most common spot is the one over here, right above Glast Heim Monastery. The reason why this spot is good is because it is situated right beside a evil druid. So what you do is, I'm pretty sure somebody will be here already because I already told my guildmates about the spot. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so one spawns here. See that? One spawns there. And also, usually you would want to have a priest. This guy right here spawns along like right around here, right? So usually have a priest stand over here and lure this guy in. Because like as soon as he spawns and he gets aggroed, he'll step inside here and he'll be another kill. And if you are geared enough, not everybody is, if you are geared enough, you can actually kill these guys, plus this guy, and then kill the triple spawn Ragnarok Archer here too, which is going to be pretty crazy XP. Now, if you are barely killing Dark Frames, then you might want to opt for like one of the other spots, which is, there's another double spot Guma's doing there. There's another spot close to here, south of the Glast Monastery. And then there's one good spot that's like comparable to this one up north in the west spot as well. You can see like there's some Dark Frames here. On the west side here, you can see that there's one spawn here. Usually these guys like spawn close to each other. So, you know, if you leave them be though, they start wandering around, right? So you can go ahead and do those as well. And then up here, a little bit north, is another one with a triple Ragnarok Archer. And these guys should spawn close to here as well. They just tend to roam if you leave them be. So if you are able to do that, then you know that's your other alternative. And then the next spot for Dark Frames, you can find it up here. There you go. You have your another triple Dark Frame spot. Should be pretty easy. But there's one in here as well. There you go. You can see your triple there again with some Ragnarok Archers. And if you go down this line, there's another spot over here. And as you can see, there you go, voila. So there's a lot of spots in here, you know, it's up to you as a player to be responsible of like what spots you can farm, right? Because like there's no point in taking a premier spot if you can't grind fast enough anyway. Like you just end up wasting your XP and then, you know, wasting people's time having to wait for you, right? So that is the Dark Frame and kind of like in a way the Ragnarok Archer spots as well. They are the same level, but individually they give less XP because Dark Frames are designed in a way that they are very tanky, but they do give a lot more XP than a regular mob, right? So if you can one-shot them, a lot of the times they are a lot more reliable XP than a triple spot because you only have to worry about that one mob, right? So like for all the single target classes out there that are looking for a spot that's like just about as fast to farm as a regular triple spot that wizards and ME priests have been enjoying this whole time, well, now is your time, right? So, you know, go ahead and enjoy that. It's also a premier spot for sharpshoot hunters once red cores come out, because the Wind God core, which buffs up your sharpshoot, is going to help you do a lot of damage and do it a lot faster with a faster casting time. And not only that, but you know, the fact that it can crit and the fact that you can actually equip holy arrows. So you have anti-demon arrows plus holy arrows. You're just like fully decked out just to burst these things down. So, you know, a little bit of consolation there for our snipers that have been having to deal with grinding with ADL for the most part, right? So next up we have the zombie prisoners. Now this one is a little bit of a less popular spot just because of how hard these guys like hit. but they are also a really good mob to farm because not just for the MR, but also for the dolls that they give you eventually in order for you to craft the new headgears, right? Zombie prisoner doll. You scroll down here with new headgear, you can see like what it can craft, right? Looks pretty cool in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you some of the zombie prisoner, skeleton prisoner spots in the game here. So one of the things we're gonna head to now is going to be the spot that we're in right now. So this is the first spot. These zombies right here that you see right now, they will spawn around this area, and these guys will spawn around this area, and these guys over here also spawn around this area. So when you can finally reliably 2-tick or 1-tick these guys, that is one of the triple spots that you're going to be farming. And the next spot we have, or actually just before I go to the next triple spot, I can show you here. You can have a double spot here, and you can kind of make it like a triple spot with this spawn over here. There you go. The only thing is, like, if you, things like with gravity field or other AoEs as well, if you walk too far from them, they tend to disappear. So that's one of the reasons why I call this more of a double spot. But thankfully, there's another spot over here, and you're seeing it now. So there's one that spawns here, there's one that spawns here, and there's one that spawns here as well, right? So that's another triple spot. But there is a bonus spot to this area, which is right around here, right? So this, you get this triple, you get this triple as well, and you also get this triple as well, right? So that's another triple spot, but you could make that a quadruple spot. You could technically put your AoEs here, put your AoE there, and put your AoE there as well. And if you have an Earth Lord, or maybe you have a priest friend is willing to help you lure, or has an Earth Lord to help you lure, you can lure these guys over here as well, right? So it's all up to you. It's all up to your global cooldown, and especially your damage and the amount of punishment that you can take, because a lot of these mobs, GH mobs, especially right like at this time when they just came out, it's very hard for people to deal with their damage, right? So this is more for the future. There are level 105 mobs, right? 106. So when you can, and if you can, this is another alternative for you, because a lot of people are going to be going to like the regular spots, which is like the dark frame spots, or even the Arclaw spots. And speaking of Arclaw spots, let's go ahead and go over to where the Arclaws are, and I'll show you them right now. And if you hate having a video up just to look at a map, again, feel free to go to discord.gg/dynastygg. I usually have a role there that you can sign up for with your consent. Sign up for it, click on it, and you'll be notified every single time that I'm on stream. The only card that technically counters Arclaus, because Arclaus is Earth, small insect. There's no insect card either, besides like, Deviates, which is very minimal. The only card that you can opt for here is basically Orc Lady card, and you have to 3-star it just to deal 50% more damage to Earth monsters. So if you want to do that, if that helps you get over that threshold to like 1-tick, 2-tick like Arclaus, then by all means, Arclaus is one of the premier spots to grind at. And if you can reliably 2-tick or 1-tick them, or if you're level like 87, you can go ahead and grind there. But at this point in time, not a lot of people can grind there. Probably like 99.999999 of the population probably can't grind there yet, including myself. But just in case that we start scaling, and we are going to start scaling as levels go up, and 90 gear comes up, 95 accessories, 80 people are wearing 85 accessories slowly. So we're going to go ahead and go to the first triple spot here. Spot is pretty straightforward. The main struggle in this area is just going to be the fact that it's a bit of a DPS check. As you can see here, this is where they initially spawn, and they also spawn up here. You don't see it right now because they travel around, but look at them, they're coming back there. And there's another spawn up here as well, right? And if you have an Earth Lord, it'll lure that guy over there. Obviously I can't kill these guys now, I just have like this so I don't waste my my CT. But yeah, you can see like my damage is not enough. If you're high enough level and you can grind here if you want, you can just like focus all your Meteor Storm in the middle and maybe make your Earth Lord gather them, and just that's your strat, if you really want to grind here. And if the EXP is reasonably good enough for you, so go ahead and do that, but at this stage in the game, probably not the most recommended thing. Before I head to the next triple spot though, I'll show you the other double spot here for the more reasonable, ladies and gentlemen in the crowd here. So you see there is a spot here, right? And there's also another spot over here. So you can enjoy a, relaxing vacation in in Palawan here, like on the side here, enjoying your double spot, not having to fight against like people with their triple spot. And there's another one over here, this guy, and then there's a spawn over here as well. The only the reason why I usually don't like grinding here is because these gargoyles, they're very annoying, especially at this stage in the game. They hurt like hell. Oh, Shrine's already grinding here at the solo spot. Shrine, why are you grinding at the solo spot? Why not just go over there and... Never mind, but I'll tell him later. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the next triple spot here. And you probably noticed people here grinding already. Guma is testing it, but this is the other triple spot. You get it here. One spawns here. One spawns here as well. And then one spawns here as well. And if you have an Earth Lord, it'll gather usually an Anolian, one of these Anolians over here. And if you have your AoE positioned in this area right here, they'll walk through these gates right here. Let me try to lure them right now. There you go. And then they'll go through here. They'll hit your AoE. And if your AoE is enough to kill them, then that's bonus XP for you too. And now we head over to the other spots, which I think is one of the lesser known spots. Well, soon to not be lesser known anymore after I release this video, I guess, is the hidden spot right over here. Well, it's not really hidden. It's more like, well, kind of hidden in plain sight because it's right beside where the other triple spot is, which tends to be the most popular spot that people grind at. But we're gonna go ahead and tiptoe our way over here. Okay, and you can see there's like random spots over here with Anolians too, right? But that's not what we're here for. You can see right here. Oh, Zeke is already here. Okay, I did stream this in the Dynasty Discord before, but you got that right there, and you have these guys right here as well. Not sure why he's grinding just that. He should be grinding over here because it lures the spawn over here. And then it lures the spawn that's over here. And if you're feeling brave, you can lure these Anolians over as well. And if your AoE is enough to kill them, that's also extra EXP for you, right? So anyway, so let's move on to the next spot, which is kind of like the fan favorite when it comes to like full support priests. Is going to, for like their MA, is going to be the Sage Worm. And why Sage Worm is because Sage Worm card for your weapon gives you 8% magic damage, SP recovery plus 20, plus once you 3-star it, which is not that hard to do, you can boost your magic damage even more, thus making yourself heal even more. But, you know, that's not reliable at the moment to get because Glast Heim is so new. Oh yeah, because a lot of these spots are pretty bunched together. They kind of work like Arklaus, where it's not really your regular like spawns where like it's just 3 mobs at a time. It's actually like 4 mobs at a time. And you'll see what I mean once we get to like the second floor of the Glassheim Castle here. Before we head to Sage Worm, since we're here already, let me just show you a little bit here. This is like where you usually farm Raydrix. Word of warning though, these guys are very painful. Raydrix have a skill called Moon Slash. I'm not sure what it's called here actually. Let me just go ahead and piss one off. Oh, there you go, Moon Slasher. It's a ranged skill. If you're squishy, especially from my memory as a sniper in NA, they hurt like hell. They will one-shot you with the Moon Slasher. You think that like, hey, I can kill this guy before he gets to me, I'll be safe. Usually not the case. And this is what we call the stage area, where like you have like additional ones. And this is the platform area up here, just a little bit above it. This is usually where you go for, you know, mass Raydrix, if and when you're capable of doing them, because yeah, they hurt like hell. So let's go ahead and go to the first Sage Worm spot here. So let's go over here first. There's a bit here, but the reason why I don't recommend this is because there's too many Raydrix here, and like, you know, Majoris as well. So, you know, if you go there, you probably will get killed. So this is one of the first spots here, right? Or like the single spot, but this is where the good spots are. You can see already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's 5 of them. But there's one just right around the corner here, right? You got this spot over here, and just a little bit south here is usually where the other ones are. And there should be, I believe, another one in this corner, unless they changed it. Ah, there you go. Go ahead and grind there as well if you'd like. Use your MA there if you want. And the next spot as well after this one is going to be on the western side. So we're going to go ahead and head there right now. And just in case you guys were curious, Sage Worm, you know, level 106, gonna be a while before you get here to actually grind here for XP if you'd like, because there is a pretty decent triple spot for Sage Worm if and when you can kill them. So we're actually going into it right now here. We're actually in this vicinity. So you have this spot right here that I'm on right now, right? And right across from it is going to be these guys and these guys as well, right? So if you want to do that premier triple spot, and you're capable of doing so, you know, by all means, go for it. And there's like little spots down here as well in this vicinity. You can see those guys over there. You can see these guys in the corner over here. You can have your own double spot if you get these guys and the ones over here. But these are basically the places that you go to if you want to opt for the sage worm farm, right? Like you have some extras in the side here, but not recommended because there's not a lot of them. Carrot, I was planning on doing carrot, even though there's really not a lot of spots for carrots anyway. I can't really recommend carrots because of the fact that their HP got boosted by quite a bit. So with that said, let's head over to the first spot here, which is going to be here in the middle, right? And you'll see what I mean as soon as we get here. This is like probably the more common spot to grind here in Monastery. Is right around the stairs right here. You got a bunch of sage worms here. If you can lure in some injustice as well, you can, you know, feel free to do so if you can do them. And this is another spot down here, right? Besides this spot, there should be another one like over here as well, right? And then after this one, I'll show you one more spot. Plus, there is going to be another injustice spot up here as well. Right, so you got your generic like 5 there if you want. If all other spots are preoccupied and you don't care too much, you just want to MA. Right, it's not a lot of people, not everybody has the time, all the time in the world to be waiting for a spot. And as you can see right off the gates here, you already have your spot over here, and then there's a spot over here as well, and obviously up to the north here a little bit, there's another spot over here, right? So you know, that's another, if you would call, a premier spot on the side there. And then a little bit north here, there's some over here as well, right? Lots of options, man. Like you could just pick a spot that you can actually reliably do. You know, don't do a triple spot if you can't even deal with 1 or 2, right? Next up, like, we'll just do a quick run through here so you can see, like, there's some injustice mobs here. So I call these obviously the injustice spots. You can see across the wall over there as well, right? So if you ever wanted to farm injustice, right, a lot of people might want to, you know, do it because of the card, which gives you like a chance to do auto cast like Sonic Blow. This is one of the spots over here, and there should be over here like a double spot. There you go, double spots. You can make it a triple spot if you want. That pretty much sums it up for the grind spots in Glast Heim. You know, let me know what you think in the comments below. If this helped you, drop a like, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.